Welcome to the Soul Vision Podcast. This podcast is being brought to you by Boom, BLG, baby. Black Love Gang Apparel. Today we are going to be talking about men and their preferences. You know, it's been said that men will, do anything. And men will fuck anything. And it may be true. But here's the thing. Men may fuck anything, but they won't keep just anything. That's what women have to understand. Looking on Facebook earlier today and, talking or going back and forth in an exchange. And, someone said something about men not wanting bigger women and this and that and the other. And then another woman commented under, was like, when did that start? Men will fuck anything. It might be true in some cases, but generally it's boys will fuck anything, because as a young man, you want to try to, get your little man wet any and every time you possibly can. And no matter basically what female it is, as long as they're giving it up, you take it. You, as a young man, you're just trying to get wet. You're not trying to get married. You're trying to get wet. But, depending on what she looked like, you ain't telling nobody you smash, that's just one of them things that you keep. If she doesn't look up to par, you keep her hidden and you do not tell anybody that you did it. And whenever she comes, that's the woman you deny. You know what I'm saying? If she ever says, you be like, no, I didn't. I ain't touch her. You'll fight your homie if he say, man, you hit her. Y'all can go back and forth. So ladies, quit thinking that men are these animals that are just bang anything, because trust me, when you see what a lot of you women don't understand and what y'all can't deal with is a man who has a dick with standards. When you're younger, you smash. That's all you're trying to do is get your number up. That's all you're trying to do. You're not trying to, it ain't about no love. It ain't about no, we'll say anything to get some ass from you. But as you get older, you start to formulate in your mind what's good for you. What are your preferences? So when a woman says, case in point, young lady I had a discussion with, she said, it's like, what's up with these men? They dicks and stuff don't be hard and stuff and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, if he doesn't have a medical issue, then he probably don't like you. Because when you get older and you done smashed a lot of ass, you start to develop what a lot of women can't deal with and probably never heard of is a dick with standards. See, when you have a dick with standards, that means you just can't hit anything, because now, it's more than just me laying down with you. I have to have some type of connection with you, And she went on to say, well, my homeboy told me that, a man's dick will get hard for anybody. Well, if that's the case, then your homeboy lack dick standards and he'll fuck anything. That's a nasty motherfucker then, because you got to realize when you get older, you know what I'm saying? If you one of them brothers that get down and you lay it down the proper way and you put energy into it, man, you don't want to just get an A1 thrust to just any and every woman that's out there. And then on top of it all, you do have to have a connection with her. Afterwards, you want to at least be able to talk to her or something. I mean, you don't want to just be like we used to do back in the day, like, what you about to do? Shit, I'm about to go hoop, So ladies, please understand that just because a man has a preference, that doesn't mean that you are useless or you're not valuable to somebody. It just you may not be the kind of woman that, is suitable for the man you desire. That's those things. I talked about ugly truths and beautiful lies. The ugly truth of the matter is some women are fat and unattractive to some men. Some men like chunky chicks, fluffy females, weighted women, voluptuous vixens. They like that. But some men want them sweet and petite. Sweet and petite don't eat meat. Hey, You can't knock a man for his preference. You know, and then y'all want to call a man mean or, you know, you body shaming, but you got to look at it. Y'all women body shame us 24/7, 365 around the clock. I mean, we gotta put up with the little dick jokes. You gotta put up with the broke jokes. You gotta put up with all types of, you know, demeaning, demoralizing things. And it's like, wow, you know. But when y'all get that, y'all don't want equality when it comes to shit like that. Y'all don't want that equality when we start slamming all that shit back. You know, the energy you give us and we get that shit back. Now all of a sudden we hate mamas and all this other shit. So y'all got to understand that men do have preferences out here. Just because you got a fat ass and a nice body, you might be a total dime piece on the outside. But man, you are a total wreck, a total zero emotionally. You might be so drama filled to where your ass ain't even worth, man. You got the homies that's telling yo, bro, don't do it, don't touch her, man. She ain't even worth it. You know, so stop tripping on dudes that have preferences. I'm glad men are starting to recognize their worth. I wish these young boys would start recognizing their worth as well, because we don't have to put up with all the little bullshit and nonsense that women are taking us through. And when you all talk about, you know, men are intimidated by you, that's not totally true. You might have some lames that are, but when it comes down to men, I don't care how much a man makes, you don't intimidate him. He just may not want to tolerate you, because a lot of y'all come with just bullshit and baggage, you know. And what you need to understand is Kevin Samuels didn't make up this whole concept of men having preferences. He didn't make that shit up. It's been like that since, man, the beginning of time. Men have always had preferences. You know, men with money want bigger cribs, faster cars, and younger, leaner women. That's just how it's always been. I mean, as women start to age and get older, you know, it's like, you know, unless dude really, really loves you, he don't get rid of your ass. I was actually looking up some shit on the internet when it comes to men with money, bigger cribs, faster cars, and younger, leaner women. So I rolled up and found this website, and it said, famous men who married much younger women. So then here right here is proof that Kevin Samuels is not the devil, and he didn't make up this whole thing of high value men. He probably coined that expression, but these dudes, you know, that's the one thing I did disagree with Kevin about. That's one of the things I disagree with him about, is what high value men are. I call the men that make a lot of money and have a lot of means, I just call them highly desired. Because you could be a high value man if you have high standards, good morals, ethics, you're a good dude, you got good characters, you take care of business, and you responsible about your shit. To me, that's a high value man. But you women must agree with Kevin's definition of high value man, because you lose your shit when he said you can't have one of these highly desirable men as opposed to the high value men with good morals and standards and all that other shit. So I'm gonna name off a few people, a few of these men, right? And I'm gonna tell you the age difference so that you'll know that, hey, Kevin didn't make up this men wanting bigger cribs, you know, bigger, faster cars and younger, leaner women. That's just how it's always been. So let's go down the list. Jerry Seinfeld, famous for being a star of the show Seinfeld. Jerry married Jessica Sklar in 1999 when he was 45 years old and she was 28. Boom, let's find the next one. We're not going to really do a lot of them, but we're going to show you, who is this? Harrison Ford. He began dating his little chick when he was 60 and she was 38. All right. Steve Martin. Steve was 62 when he married Ann, who was 36 at the time. You know, hey. Alec Baldwin. Is he the one that shot the person? Oh, anyway, Alec Baldwin, he was 53 and she was 27. Paul McCartney, 69. Well, she was 51. She was older, but he got her by 18 years. Clint Eastwood, 66. His wife, 31. Rupert Murdoch, before his marriage, Rupert was 68 when he married Ding. The two were married. Let me see. They don't say he later remarried model. They didn't really say what the age gap was with this one. Let me see. Sylvester Stallone, 51, and she 29. The list goes on. Kelsey Grammer, 56, she's 31. That's just how the shit goes. You know, and I understand you got some older women that's really mad at, you know, but guess what? You know, the ugly truth is a lot of y'all women are sitting up in church talking about God is going to send you this dude. He ain't going to send you shit. Really, you ain't going to get shit. God is not about this. God does not work for fucking eHarmony. That's just flat out. The truth of the matter is a lot of you women are just sitting up in church and y'all listening to this pastor, right? Like I was listening, this Jamal Crawford dude. Oh, that's my bad. That's the basketball player. Jamal Bryant. And you know, he talking shit about Kevin Samuels or whatnot. And it's like, damn, dude. I mean, you know, Kevin basically contradicted the fantasy world that these pastors create for these women in their congregation. See, pastors have to pander to these women because when you look at it, I guarantee you there's way more women in church than there are men. So these pastors are sitting up here flaunting their wife around, telling these women in the audience, you too can be like us if you just keep coming to this church, worshiping this God. We're teaching you about why you fill our tithing plates full of your money and then give us your time and your energy, you know, to keep us, you know, pastor's anniversary, first lady birthday, pastor, you know, he has a harem of women in his congregation at his beckoning call. And that's why a lot of these women probably are sitting around single as fuck because, you know, they want to do more for their pastor than they do for the dude at the crib. And the pastor, a lot of time, is egging this shit on. I didn't say all pastors, so I don't want you religious motherfuckers out there getting mad. But a lot of pastors do speak like, hey, if he ain't this, he ain't that, then don't matter. If he ain't a man of God. Dude, a lot of y'all motherfuckers say y'all are men of God, but y'all fucking wolf in sheep clothing. Y'all out here playing these women. A lot of y'all fucking the women in y'all congregation too, truth be told. But so when it boils down to it, a lot of these pastors are out here speaking out against, you know, men that don't go to church or men that tell you the truth about things. You know, this utopian world where you're going to sit in church, right? And then you're going to pray, dear Lord, you know, please send me a man, high value man. Please send me a man, you know, they make a lot of money. Please send me a man. And I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to keep tithing. Shit ain't going to work. It hasn't worked in all this time. Shit ain't going to work. A lot of y'all need to just fucking loosen up, let your hair down. Hey, man, if church make you a better person, do it, right? But a lot of time, church is hindering you from living your life, from experiencing happiness. You know what I'm saying? Oh, women talking about Jesus is all I need. Is he really? Jesus is all you need? A motherfucker that ain't here. So, ladies, just start opening your eyes, right? Because church is not doing it for the majority of y'all. You know, y'all evil as fuck from Sunday after church all the way to Sunday morning to time to go to church. Then you have these fake ass smiles and then you're evil as fuck again and you know, rinse and repeat. You're doing this shit all over again. So understand a lot of the shit that y'all are going through, y'all caused this shit to yourselves. You know, heard Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray speaking out. about Kevin Samuels. The reason why I'm talking about dude again is it's like, I just see shit. It's like, y'all hated this dude that much. Y'all hated him to the point where even in death, he still is, he's the devil. He's really? What did he do other than tell the truth? Especially he told his truth. He told people about his preferences, his opinions, and maybe the men around him. I mean, what? I mean, is that why is that why a lot of you all are mad? Because men are finally opening their mouths? Because for so long we just sat back and let y'all talk shit, and then we just overlooked y'all. But since y'all want some of this equality, this is what equality looks like. Equality. See, I actually don't think you women want you women, you modern women, or whatever the hell y'all call yourselves. I don't really think y'all want equality. Y'all just want special treatment. You all are entitled because you got a vagina. You all are entitled because you can have children, or carry children or whatever. You all are entitled because you got pandering ass niggas that want some pussy out here sponsoring you and doing all this other dumb shit. What I'm saying is, if you want true equality, then y'all gonna have to handle some of the criticisms, because when brothers speak to each other, we at each other. So if that's what you want, then come and get some, but you can't be out here criticizing and talking shit and then being all hard. And then the very next time somebody comes out and says something about y'all, then all of a sudden y'all want to cry. Oh, I hate, I wish he died. That's some crazy shit. I'm marking off my shit about what I wanted to talk about. Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray. Listening to these, I mean, maybe to some young men, they are the cat's meow because, young dude want to hit some old kitty, but to the men, that's in their social status, they're probably just used up to the men up there. They may find a upcoming young rapper or whatnot, or some young dude that's in awe, but yeah, I'll just mark that one off because it ain't really shit to talk about. But them talking about Kevin Samuels and him and being bad energy and karma catching up to him, that's full of shit. That's just two old women talking shit and past their prime, whatever. But all I'm saying is this: every woman has a man that's close to her, that wants her, that will treat her like everything she want to be treated as. I mean, she can get this dude to kill a brick for you. The one problem is, though, you don't like that motherfucker. He not tall enough. He doesn't make enough money, or he doesn't have this certain type of status or a certain type of look. But y'all have to understand too, a lot of y'all out here desiring these fictional dudes in your head, because that's what these guys are going to be to y'all, are fictional, because the dudes y'all really are creating in y'all head probably wouldn't talk to y'all for shit. And even when you deal with the so-called average dude, even if you dealt with him, in a lot of ways he'll be settling too, because hell, we have an idea of what kind of woman we may want or what kind of woman we think we deserve. So trust me, when we all get together and start doing what we do with one another, we're in a lot of ways not getting exactly what we wanted. I'm not gonna say we're necessarily settling, but we're not getting exactly what we wanted. But see, when you give people a chance, some of those things that you may see him as as shortcomings. Just like, a woman says, hey, I don't want a man that's under 6 feet. So let's look at famous men under 6 feet, and see who's under 6 feet, because a lot of women say, men under 6 feet, I don't feel protected. I don't think that they can handle themselves, and let's see what the Google gives us, right? we're going to see what the Google gives us. All right. We are going here. Okay. Fighters under 6 feet. Floyd Mayweather is under 6 feet. Mike Tyson is under 6 feet. Gregor McGonagher, what's his name? McGregor or Conor McGregor or whatever. He's under 6 feet. All these dudes can put you on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny that a lot of you women are just like, I want a man 6 feet because I feel safe. I feel this. And a lot of y'all that want tall men, y'all like 4'11" and shit, 4'9". But you want a tall man. Any dude is taller than you. You know what I'm saying? So, when you look at 14.9% of men in the United States, that's all men, 14.9% are over 6 feet. Then when you say 6'2" and over, that's like 3.9%. And then when you say, I want to make it $100,000, then that 3.9 probably drops like to 1 point something. So all of you women are going to compete for 1% of all the population. We're going to say 1.5% of all the population of men. And y'all going to compete. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? This dude over here, man, he's a cool guy, attractive, smart, or whatever. He may not be 6 feet, 210 pounds, but guess what? Man, he's a solid dude. Let me give him a try. So, hey, but it's on you, though. Y'all can keep going to church, being single as fuck, praying for a God to send you that 6'2", 245-pound romantic dude riding a white horse, looking like Prince Charming and shit. Or you can come down to reality and realize that some of the shit that you want, you will not get in life. So, men have preferences. Understand that. Men are understanding their value, their worth. We know when you get to a certain age, see, a lot of men back in the day got married because they got you pregnant, or they dealt with you because they got you pregnant. Now, when you get older, you ain't got to deal with that shit. If you ain't get her pregnant, you can just pop her off and then get the hell on, or you don't deal with her at all. Like, I ain't got to. So I think it's about time that we just start working together and start understanding, hey, you may not be all that I wanted. I may not be all that you wanted, but then together, our weaknesses, your weakness might be my strength and vice versa. We can look at it, and just learn to have fun. When you start trying to connect because of a FICO score or credit or shit like that, man, that's some superficial shit that's going to falter one day. It's going to fall apart one day, don't you think? So, I don't know. This is just some quick shit I just wanted to talk about, man. Men have preferences, ladies. No, men do not just fuck any and everything, contrary to popular belief. A lot of old ass dumb women, or dumb ass old women told you that shit, that men will fuck anything. Yeah, okay. Probably, okay, I'm going to say, let's just for shits and giggles, we say, yeah, it's true. Okay, they may fuck anything, but they ain't gonna keep just anything. So some of y'all gotta lose a little weight. Some of y'all gotta understand that, hey, once you reach a certain age, hey, that selection goes down. You might have been the shit about 10, 15 years ago, but now you just a run-of-the-mill, big booty and some, look good in jeans and stuff, So, hey, I know some women are going to be offended by it. I'm not out here to be a ladies' man. Really don't give a damn. Yeah, some of y'all might be saying, yo, I'm ugly. You got big ears. Your mustache ain't shit, or your beard. I don't give a fuck, because like what you all should be doing, I already do. I'm already comfortable in the skin that I'm in. I like me. Fuck it. I hang out with me all the time with no problem. So I'm at peace. And that's what y'all should do. Be at peace with yourselves. Hey, this is Sherrod from the Soul Vision Podcast, and I'm out.